News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
News Talk KGVO, AM 1290 and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
John Walsh says he wants to finish strong. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. It's Wednesday, August 13th, 2014. Looking outside my patented exclusive weather window, I see the skies partly cloudy. A lot of the haze is gone, though. That's good to know. Right now we have 59 degrees in Missoula. And our newscast this morning sponsored by Dig It Excavating, where they bring 30 years of excellence to every job. Visit digitmontana.com. You can also call them at 214-4292. Senator John Walsh says he plans to finish his Senate term very strong after withdrawing as a candidate for the seat in November's election. Walsh spoke to reporters in Missoula yesterday after a panel discussion on Social Security and Medicare. The Democrat, of course, dropped out of the race against Republican Congressman Steve Daines last week amid allegations that he plagiarized a research paper at the U.S. Army War College. The Missoulian is reporting that Walsh said he plans to dust himself off and move on. He says he'll focus the rest of his time in the Senate on doing whatever he can to help the citizens of Montana. His term ends in January. While defense attorneys want the murder trial of Marcus Kaarma to be held outside of Missoula, county prosecutors wanted to stay right here in River City. Chief Deputy Missoula County Attorney Jennifer Clark has more.
And well, as you noted, they filed their motion to move the trial to another venue. We filed a response to their motion in opposition. They will have the opportunity to reply to that, and then it will go to the judge for a decision.
Clark provides the explanation from the county attorney's side as to why the trial should be held here in Missoula County.
We argued in our brief that the trial should be held in Missoula County since the offense occurred here, and the law states that that's proper jurisdiction and venue for the trial.
Kaarma, who lives in the Grant Creek area, was charged with a deliberate homicide in the death of Diren Didi, the 17-year-old German exchange student who Kaarma confronted in his darkened garage early in the morning on April 30th. Kaarma fired a shotgun 4 times, striking Didi twice, killing him. Kaarma's trial is currently scheduled to begin in December in Missoula District Court. Missoula police looking for a suspect or suspects in a series of blow dart attacks. Yeah, that's right, blow dart attacks that have occurred since Sunday. Public Information Officer Travis Walsh says 3 reports have been called into 911 so far.
Since Sunday the 10th, we've had 3 reports from different citizens in town here who have reported either having been assaulted with a dart or finding darts sticking out of their vehicle tires.
Walsh said the one report in which a victim was injured occurred on Sunday.
We had one adult female who was riding her bicycle in town here that was actually impaled with one. Unfortunately, it didn't go very deep and didn't leave much of a wound, and she did not require medical attention.
Walsh said the suspect could be charged with offenses ranging from criminal mischief all the way to assault with a weapon, which would be a felony, depending upon the seriousness of the attacks. He's asking anyone with information about the blow dart attacks to contact Missoula Police 552-6300 or Missoula Crime Stoppers 721-4444. The crash on June 19th that killed a family of 5 along with the Three Forks fire chief on Highway 12 near East Helena was caused by a mechanical failure in the fire truck. Officials have determined at a press conference in Helena yesterday, Lieutenant Colonel Greg Watson, Deputy Chief of the Montana Highway Patrol, revealed the results of an investigation that lasted over 2 months.
Our investigation has concluded that a mechanical failure in the front drivetrain of the fire truck caused the driver to lose control and suddenly veer to the left. The driver of the oncoming pickup truck veered to his right in an attempt to avoid hitting the fire truck, but was unable to do so.
Watson indicated the cause of death for all 6 victims of that crash.
The coroner's report indicates that the driver of the fire truck, Three Forks Fire Department Chief, died from smoke inhalation while unconscious. The driver and passengers in the pickup died upon impact from blunt force trauma.
Communications Director for the Montana Department of Justice, John Barnes, told me yesterday that the families of the victims are free to use the information in the report as they see fit. Now, back in May, a jury in Polson awarded a Missoula family over $248 million in real and punitive damages after a front-end part failed in a Hyundai Tiburon that led to the deaths of 2 cousins and an Arley woman. Federal wildlife officials are withdrawing proposed protections for the snow-loving wolverine, a reversal that highlights lingering uncertainties over what a warming climate means for some temperature-sensitive species. U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service Director Dan Ash says that while climate change is a reality, predictions about its localized impacts remain, quote, ambiguous, end quote. Ash says that makes it impossible to determine whether wolverines are in danger of extinction. Missoula Urban Transportation District announced yesterday the agency will be operating the Mountain Line bus system free, that's zero fare, beginning January 5th. General Manager Michael Tree said the announcement came in response to community partners who have asked the MUTD to participate in a 3-year zero-fare demonstration project with the goal of significantly increasing ridership.
Zero fare, what that entails is that when you get on the bus, there's not a fare charged. It's the ultimate inconvenience and takes all the hassle factor out of riding the bus. The board of directors approved a resolution, and now community partners have come together and backfilled that with funding from their organization so that Missoulians can ride their bus system at no cost.
Tree says there are nearly 40 communities operating zero-fare transit in the U.S. Research shows that zero fare significantly does increase ridership wherever it's been tried.
I think the big thing to remember about the Zero Fare project is its goal is to increase ridership significantly on Mountain Line, and there's not any increases in taxes to the public. This was a project where community partners have come together and basically funded the Zero Fare opportunity. And so that's a unique situation, and Mountain Line's really proud of the community partners and the efforts they're making to create an even better bus system.
Tree says MUTD will implement the Zero Fare demonstration project to coincide with voter-approved improvements, which include 15-minute all-day Bolt service for Route 2, late evening service to 10 p.m. on the 4 most popular Mountain Line routes, and improvements to service for seniors and people with disabilities. The evaporation of a subsidy by the Federal Communications Commission has triggered the withdrawal of wireless service provider Cellular One from the state of Montana. Public Service Commission rate analyst Gary Duncan explains.
And so what they did was they phased down the support these companies were receiving, and Cellular One was one of them. They were getting significant amount of money, to the FCC had designated these carriers, and we're offering subsidies to provide service in areas that were probably uneconomic otherwise.
Duncan says the PSC received notice recently that Cellular One would be leaving Montana by the end of this month. Cellular One's trying to work with AT&T to provide similar coverage a similar price for the customers that will be forced to switch. Those who don't switch will find themselves without service very soon. News Talk time now is 6:10.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Look for a mix of sun and clouds today with an afternoon thunderstorm. Temperatures will top out in the low 90s. Overnight lows tonight drop back into the 50s. Highs will stay in the 70s on Thursday. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13, your first alert station.